It's a beautiful day here in Anaheim, California, as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball at Angel Stadium. It's the finale of this three-game series here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Lowers, and the Root Sports crew on hand here. Mariners trying to get a win for James Paxton to get him to his 9th victory of the season. The Mariners have won 11 of their last 15. Here's a look at the batting order for the Mariners.
Dee Gordon going to lead things off. Dee Gordon hitting .338, leading games off this year for the Mariners, so he has been on base quite a bit for them early in the ball game. Nelson Cruz, a couple of RBIs last night. He'll be the cleanup hitter. 55 RBIs on the year for Nelson. And David Freitas rounding out the ninth, his first career Major League home run in last night's ball game.
On the mound, Tyler Skaggs turns 27 tomorrow. Local kid here in Southern California. First pitch up high, ball one. Sam Holbrook, the crew chief, home plate umpire today with Jim Wolf at first, DJ Rayburn at second, and Ryan Blackney at third. Mariners 3-0 winners last night behind Marco Gonzalez. Brilliant. 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts over 7 innings. Colomé and Diaz cleaned it up the last 2 innings. As the Mariners even the series, took it on the chin the first game here, 9-3. Be the second time they see Skaggs. He had a no decision back on the 5th of May in Seattle. 2 on here to Dee Gordon. Foul back. Dee coming off a 1 for 4 last night. There's a look at Skaggs, who's recently off the disabled list. Had a right adductor strain. He's also had some right hamstring tightness. Dee puts it in play, could make it interesting. He's got a base hit, and he'll keep on going. Boy, that speed is something special, isn't it? A base hit, error 1.
And he will add to his batting average leading off games again this year, hitting .338 leading off games, and this will be another infield hit for him. Skaggs thought that Marte, the first baseman, was still there.
How about that? He went from a high gear to a super high gear about halfway. It was amazing. Little turbojet action. Even the guys enjoy watching Dee run. Here's all-star shortstop Gene Segura. 1 for 3 with a run scored yesterday. Lays down a bunt, goes foul. Gene really touched by the outpouring of love and affection from Mariner fans. They got out the vote. Precinct captains ought to be very happy.
They should be. You're right about that, and thrilled to be going to the All-Star game. Certainly deserving. He's meant so much to this club here in the first half of the season. Batting average right around .330 the entire half. Really played well.
Starts tonight, number 4 in the American League, number 2 in hits behind Altuve. Houston lost today. Altuve went 1 for 4, so he's got 126 hits. Gene's at 117.
I like to take advantage of these situations. You get a leadoff base hit and then a mistake with the error. I want to take advantage of that. Skaggs has really pitched well this year for the Angels.
Coming in, that is Simmons. Man, look at the range there, and dropped it on the transfer. Yeah. It's still good. The out. A nice play by Andrelton Simmons also. And he was a last man in candidate along with Segura.
And Tyler Skaggs this year, 6-5 record, but a 2.64 ERA, 100 strikeouts in the 92 innings that he has worked. Opponents hitting .244 against him. His average fastball, 92 miles an hour. Curve, changeup to go with it.
And Scat Services asked for it. It's going to get a review.
You're going to see Simmons go back. It looks as if he makes the catch. And the umpire said it was on the exchange. So when he was taking the ball out of his glove, I'm not sure that he ever had the ball. You could see some of it right there. Primera Supermo, you'll see the ball almost pop out. He's able to hang on to it, just kind of pinching it in his glove, and then it comes out on the exchange right there. So I'm not sure the ruling will be. Service was out of the dugout immediately. The question is, did he have control of the ball? Even though you can see a portion of it, that will be what they're trying to decide, and it looks right there on the transfers when he actually drops it. Does he have control of it? They say he did.
There's one away, runner at second. We'll bring up Mitch Haniger. Outstanding first half, hitting at .274, 18 homers, 65 runs batted in. 1 for 3 with the runs scored in last night's game. Game 1 accounted for the Mariners' runs, a 3-run homer in the first. Skaggs coming off a terrific month of June, 3-1, a 0.84 ERA. 32 innings, just 3 earned runs and 36 strikeouts. First pitch strike to Haniger, who's 1 for 6 against Skaggs.
That will be a key against Skaggs this year. His fastball, especially the fastball away to the right-handers. Try to run it off the plate, expand the zone, get the hitters to try to swing at pitches that are not strikes.
Mariners trying to get back to where they were at the beginning of June when they were number 5 in baseball. And runners in scoring position, batting average have dropped down to 19 since that time.
It's really been over the last couple of weeks for them where they've really struggled. Good news, the pitching has been good. They play good defense and they can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Nice little run here, winning 11 of the last 15. Had an 8-game win streak in there. D with a good lead. Fouled off by Mitch. Count stays at 0-2. In this series, the Mariners just 2 for 15 runners in scoring position. Looking to improve on that. See if they can do it right here. Would be a good start. And Maldonado can't hold on, so a reprieve for Haniger. Oakland beat Houston earlier today, 6-4 in a getaway contest down in Houston. Mariners have a chance to pick up a full game. And Mitch swings through, 2 down.
Good defensive ball club for the Angels. Mike Trout will get the start in center field. David Fletcher getting his second start at third base for the Angels. Martin Maldonado will do the catching.
Brings up Nelson Cruz, yet another all-star for the Mariners. Ellie with 22 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Just outside the top 10 in ribbies. Tied for 5th in home runs. And man, are we going to miss him in the lineup in Denver when we get there for the next 3 games. Stats brought to you by AWS. StatCast powered by AWS. Ellie 1 for 3, couple of runs batted in last night. Base hit up the middle in the 4th. Good count for him. What an adjustment that is. You're going to lose one of the most productive hitters in the game. He's at a stage in his career where you don't want him out in the outfield. We'll have to see Nelly probably once a game in the next 3 games in Denver. 3-0. Been rumblings about the NL again this year. DH, what do you think? For moving ahead, maybe even in the next year or two.
Next year or two? I don't think so.
Would you like to see it happen?
I would like to see it happen, but I'm an American League guy, so.
Yeah, but you're a baseball guy.
You know.
No, but I hear you. I mean, it more like the thing you always talk about. American League rules in their park and vice versa.
Yeah, at least do that.
I think that at the very minimum.
I think it would be interesting for the fans to get a chance to see a different game and
the
way they play it. A lot of respect for Nelson. 3-0, and he throws him a curveball.
Boy, that's been a theme for how many days now? We've been seeing this in fastball counts. 3-1 to Nelly with D. Gordon at second.
That was 3-1 last night, and he hit a slider back up the middle to drive in a couple of runs as he takes the walk.
Mariners will take it. Opportunity for Kyle Seager. Seager 0 for 4 in last night's game. Does have 7 hits against Skaggs and 2 are home runs. Here we are Thursday before the All-Star break. As a player, you can really smell it from here, right?
Yes. You have to really bear down and concentrate. These are important games. You have to remember, too, with the way the schedule is and the way the season started this year, most of the time you come out of the All-Star break, you're going to be in the neighborhood of 75 games to play. This year it'll be 65.
There you go.
So,
big difference.
Yeah, the sprint will be on. So these are all important games for them.
It's good to be some extra rest, couple of days off in the schedule. Be some days off for the pitching staff. Marco Gonzalez, Felix has already been sent home. Paxton's on his regular rest today. Christian Bergman, he's going to get the start tomorrow. Bring him up from Tacoma. 1-0 to Kyle. Foul back.
This is one of the things that for Skaggs, again, he's pitched well this year for the Angels, but he can go to work on his pitch count. He's had a tough time getting deep into ball games this year, even though he's really pitched well as of late. Work on his pitch count, be able to run him out of there and get into that bullpen.
5 innings in his last start against Baltimore, 3 previous to that, 7, then a bunch of 6s and 5s. 1-1 to Seager, 2 men aboard.
21 pitches here in the first.
Kyle takes an off-speed pitch. So you got D. Gordon, he's at second, Nelson Cruz at first. There's a line drive, base hit. Charging is Calhoun. D's got big speed. Calhoun's got a good arm, and D's in there with a head-first slide. It's 1-0 Mariners. RBI for Kyle Seager. That'll be his 55th. Timely hit.
Well, looks like it's on the breaking ball, and it is. Kyle able to keep his hands back just long enough to line it into right field. D, one of the few that would score on this. Cole Calhoun and right, one of the best throwing arms in the American League. No problem for D.
Calhoun with 7 assists. Mitch Haniger, he's got 9. Tied with Leonis Martin of the Tigers. There's Ryan Healy. Chance for him to play a couple of runs. Fly ball down the line. Goes foul. He's had some good times this year, but he's also had a lot of streaky times like the one he's in right now. 0 for his last 7. Got a 1-1 count. Had his issues against Skaggs, just 1 for 10. Skaggs drafted by the Angels, traded to the Diamondbacks, and then traded back. Big 3-team deal.
Pretty good swing at the curveball. Curveball will be 74 to 76 miles an hour. He was hitting 283 on the curveball, 237 against his fastball this year.
2 outs and a couple of men aboard. A 1-2 pitch here to Healy. Fights it off. Skaggs here at home this season, 1-3, a 3.62 ERA. Just 4-10 career here at Angel Stadium.
26 pitches here in the first.
Going back to what you were talking about before, just crank up that count.
Yep. Try to get him out of the ball game.
1-2 here. Breaking ball, he took it for his called third strike. Mariners 2 strike for a run. RBI single by Kyle Seager. Leaf 2. It's 1-0 Mariners. Angels coming to bat. James Paxton's really been good. His last 3 games, a 2-1 record, a 2.45 ERA, and that stretch. Let's take a look at the batting order he'll face here tonight.
And for the Angels, have some power in their lineup. They are 5th in the American League in home runs. David Fletcher will lead things off. 262 batting average for him. Hitting third, there he is. Mike Trout, 25 home runs on the year. Cole Calhoun will round out the 9 for the Angels. For Paxton, his average fastball this year, 96 miles an hour. Slider, curveball to go with it. 8-game winner, a 3.49 ERA, 154 strikeouts in 118 2/3. Opponents hitting just 214 against him. And the defense, Denard Span will be in left field. Gamble getting the night off. Segura and Gordon playing up the middle. And David Freitas will do the catching.
First game for Paxton against the Angels this season. 11 previous starts, a 4-2 record, a 2.03 ERA. David Fletcher leads off. Good to see the big lefty up there. Start number 20. And a fly ball deep to left. Span going back, and watch it get out. Tie ball game. Home run number 1 for Fletcher. His 7th run batted in. That is a quick response.
We mentioned it. The Angels are 5th in the American League in home runs. For Fletcher, his first home run on the year. So many times James will try to settle in the first inning, and that fastball, 91 miles an hour, and he hits it out of the ballpark.
15th homer he's given up, 12th to a right-hander. There's Andrelton Simmons, number 7 hitter in the American League. Simmons hitting at .311. Not only was that Fletcher's first home run of the season, it was his first career home run, the rookie out of Loyola Marymount. Right up this way. Even with the new netting, the vulnerability factor is still here in the booth.
I'm not trying to catch it.
I don't think JR is volunteering, and nor am I, so It's unanimous. That's hit well. Span, though, cuts it off. One down. Line drive left center field brings up Mike Trout. In your mind's eye, I'm sure you have these nightmares of Trout against the Mariners. Well, these numbers confirm it. 488 this season, 6 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, and he's been intentionally walked 7 times already by the Mariners.
Well, James has been able to handle him in his career, a 148 batting average, for a high fastball, probably the slider and curveball in the dirt, trying to get him to chase it.
Balanced it out nicely. The nightmare to a good thought, a good pitch thought.
There you go.
4 for 27, Trout's numbers against James. Trout 1 for 4 in last night's game. First game of the series, Mike went 2 for 4. Couple singles, one to left, one to right. 2-0 pitch. Strike one. Mariners have D. Gordon placed right behind second base here, 3-1. On deck hitters Justin Upton. Next up for us, Denver, and the Rockies are hot. They won today 5-1 against Arizona. Three-one pitch to Trout. 3-2.
And we're seeing the velocities start to jump up. 95 on the last fastball.
The Rockies, they won 8 of their last 11. Right now trying to put Trout away, 3-2. Paxton deals. It's sharply past the diving Segura. Got his glove on it to slow it up a little bit. Trout's aboard.
Would have been a difficult play for Gene if he would have been able to make the catch. Trout runs well, even though Segura with a strong throwing arm. Right off the thumb of his glove.
Trout now 22 for 44 against the Mariners this season. Brings up Upton, a left fielder with 17 homers, 0 for 3 in yesterday's game.
I think this would be a pretty good matchup for James. The Angels have struggled this year against left-handed starters. They are 7-17, hitting just .220 against lefties. Marco Gonzalez threw 7 innings last night, gave up just 2 hits.
Well, he made it work. I really saw him earlier today. Really liked his fastball command, much improved from the previous start, which we talked about last night.
I thought he had everything working last night.
One at 2 to Upton. Albert Pujols is on deck.
Last pitch was the slider at 86 miles an hour.
Segura and Gordon double play depth up the middle. This one hit foul. Look out the dugout.
If you see Tracer, you can see that one just off the inside corner above the knees. Typically when James gets it locked in and he's ahead in the count, he'll bury the slider at the back foot of the right hander, again swing over the top of it. Upton barely getting a piece of the last slider.
1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. First K for Paxton. 2 away.
And a good fastball at 94, right at the top of the strike zone. You can see the high target from Freitas, and he hits it.
Pujols. Albert 0 for 3 in last night's game. 5 career hits, 2 home runs against Paxton, and 29 ABs. Deep to right center field. Heredia watching it get out. Home run number 629 for his career. 1 behind Ken Griffey Jr., 6th place all time. So this season, his 15th home run. RBIs 50 and 51. That's his 3,053rd career hit. It ties Hall of Famer Rod Carew for 26th. The all-time list, Ricky Henderson next at 3,055. Long ball. Doing some damage here in the first inning against Paxton and the Mariners.
93-mile-an-hour fastball, probably middle away. The Angels are 9th in the American League in hitting, but 5th in home runs. Pujols his 15th home run on the year.
And not good. Here comes Matt Toff, assistant trainer, coming out with Mel Stoudemire, pitching coach, and the skipper, Scott Service.
You can see Scott just letting him know it's not worth it at this point. They'll have to leave the ball game.
5 batters, 3 runs on 3 hits, couple of home runs. And we were just exulting at the beginning of the broadcast that this was his 20th start. He made 24 last year. Not good news as we come up in the All-Star break. We'll step aside. 3-1 Angels. We'll get you details as we can. And take a look at the last pitch. See anything, Mike, anything jump at you?
Well, obviously the arm speed wasn't there. It looked to me when he was talking to Scott Service, more of the extension of his arm when he was throwing his pitch. That was 93 miles an hour. And for James, typically you're going to see more velocity from him, but clearly uncomfortable. And I don't know if it was a mechanical thing early or if he felt something later, but when you start to talk about extension, you think back possibly. Keep an eye on him out on the mound. Yeah, right there, just kind of stretching a little bit in his lower back, and just didn't appear comfortable at all. And apparently he was, and that's the reason why he ended up coming out of the ball game. And right there
it
you see him
is.
stretching again. And I think that was one of those things where he probably feels that he can work his way through it, but Scott wasn't willing to take the chance. And
you understand why.
yes, of course.
When Jason Bradford comes on, he gets as much time as he needs to warm up. You can understand what's going through his mind right now. Oh, man. Take a look at our Beacon Plumbing. Call to the pen.
Jason Bradford will take over 30 appearances at 2.65 ERA. He's pitched well for the Mariners. 27 strikeouts, over 7 walks. Opponents hitting just .222 against him. Fastball in the low 90s with a slider.
Bradford pretty much ready. Thumbs up. Outfielders, infielders go back to their respective positions. 2 outs, 3 runs in. The hitter's going to be Ian Kinsler. Bradford going to be the long man here tonight. That is a big disappointment. Start this ball game off with Paxton having to leave with an injury. Ball 1 to Kinsler. 0 for 2 last night. A lot of 0 fors last night as Marco Gonzalez held the Angels to 2 hits. Simmons had a hit, and so did Trout, and that was it.
Well, hopefully for James, it was just something that maybe he was having some discomfort, and Scott noticed it and was able to get him out of the ball game to calm the issue down.
Boy, you want to talk about a grit your teeth moment. 8-3 with a 3.49. He's had a good year, and the injury bug again. James Paxton. There's Bradford, 2-1. I'm back.
Falling behind, right back into the count.
So if you're the other guys out there and the guys on the bench, you see Paxton go down like that, it's going through their minds. This popped up, this would be an easy play.
Obviously, he's not comfortable at bat, so they're not sure what's wrong with him, but they're probably happy that he's out of the ball game.
By the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting country artist Justin Moore, August 17th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. And by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more as you look at Lake Mojave, technically the Colorado River. 3-0. Lower back stiffness for James Paxton. Hence his exit from the game here tonight. That is not good news. But again, the fact that saw it and got on it immediately.
Yeah, he's
probably going to be a huge factor in his recovery, plus with the break coming up.
That will help, and they're getting him treatment right away.
Denard Span, Guillermo Heredia, David Freitas, bottom third of the order. Span played Tuesday, went 0 for 4. They hung one, and Span puts it in center field for a base hit. Big hanger. Time now for a viewer question from Twitter. And David Freitas, do we know if he got the home run ball? You know what? How about this? Here's your answer. Saw it this morning on Twitter. Mr. Freitas, who hit his first career Major League home run, got the ball back. New buddy Connor. First home run ball, got it back, means so much to me, and so glad I could meet you and hang out with you a little bit. Connor, way to bring it back. Nice job. There's Guillermo Heredia. And congratulations again to David Freitas.
Yeah, what a great moment for him last night.
Join the broadcast, tweet us. Hashtag AskRoot.
Ended up with a couple of hits last night, including the home run.
Guillermo 0 for 4 in last night's game. Trying to get going again, swinging that bat. He's 0 for his last 7. See him get heated up like he did back home. Span good speed at first. And there is a double play. Turned nicely by Kinsler. Got there in plenty of time. And there's 2 down.
And Tyler Skaggs, the pitcher, going to get out of the way, let the ball get past him. The Angels have been a good fielding team this year. They are second fielding percentage in the American League.
Number 1 team, the Astros, as we look at Freitas step in. Good line from last night, 2 for 2 with a home. Got the home run off of Jaime Barria. As soon as Barria let it go, saw him barrel up, hung his head. This one hit to left field. Here's Upton right at him. And a very quick, quiet inning for the Mariners in the second. Angels with the lead, 3-1. Anaheim, and distraction. You know, it occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone, let's reach our target zero goal together. Zero traffic deaths in your family, zero traffic deaths in our state. Jason Bradford is on to take over for James Paxton, who left after 5 hitters and given up 3 runs on 3 hits. A couple of home runs, solo shot by David Fletcher's first in the big leagues, and a 2-run homer by Albert Pujols. This after the Mariners got an RBI single in the first from Kyle Seager. Marte, Maldonado, and Calhoun, 7, 8, 9 coming up. James Paxton get plenty of rest now with the All-Star break. If you're a glass half-filled person, that's the tack you want to take right now. You got the All-Star break. Get a week, maybe even more, check swing. They heal up, get some throwing in, be ready.
No doubt will be able to calm that situation down for him in his lower back. It seemed to me, watching Scott out there, obviously we couldn't hear what he was saying, but just watching him, he was pretty adamant that James was going to come out of the ball game. And what you don't want to do is all of a sudden he's trying to protect his back and ends up hurting his arm. Definitely don't want that. So I don't think he had much choice in the matter to hit him on the elbow.
0-2 pitch was ahead in the count. Hey, discretionary tactics right here. No sense messing around with an 8-game winner and a guy you hope to ride the 35 starts.
No. Yeah, you have to take him out of the game. It's the best thing for James and the team. Primera Supermo running fastball, just trying to move him off the plate. Unfortunately, he hits him on that elbow pad.
Marte had been struggling big time. That was the last thing Bradford wanted to do. He's got Martin Maldonado, the catcher. One for 7 here in the series. Backhanded nicely there by Freitas, ball 1. Bradford out of the University of Central Florida. Grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. 28 years old, be 29 real soon on August 5. Runner goes. Pitch, swing on, hit through the hole, base hit. On the third is Marte. Cruises in safely. Bottom of the third, getting it done here in the second inning. Hey, your next chance to add to your Mariners bobblehead collection is July 21st, and the first 20,000 fans receive a bobblehead featuring blazing fast second baseman D. Gordon. It's all brought to you by Root Sports, so slide into Mariners.com for tickets. So a hit and run works to great effect. Brings up Cole Calhoun. Six games, 6th time these two teams have met in the last week. The faces are tremendously familiar. And Calhoun has picked it up a lot against the Mariners in these last few games.
Well, he's struggled overall this year, coming into the game hitting just 178, but you're right, against the Mariners he's been able to pick up some hits.
Calhoun hitting .261 since coming off the DL in June, on June 18th. Couple of men aboard. You got Marte at third. You got Maldonado at first. Couple of home runs. David Fletcher. Beach ball. Whoa, early setting for a beach ball. Alfredo Griffin retrieves. Solo home run Fletcher, 2-run shot for Pujols for the 3 runs for the Angels. 1-1. Bradford's longest stint this year, his first appearance back on April 9th at Kansas City, went 3 innings. Look at that, a lot more than that tonight. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
And that is the scoring in the first. A couple of home runs. It's a long home run out to right center.
Oh, 2 strikes. High fly ball, center field, staying in the yard. Guillermo's under it. It's going to be plenty to tag for Marte to tag and score to make it a 4-1 ball game. RBI Calhoun is 23rd. To the top of the order now, David Fletcher.
First big league home run in the first inning. Solo home run out to left field.
Breaking the ball for a strike. Fletcher homered on a 1-0 pitch off of Paxton. Mike Scioscia's used him at the top and at the bottom of his batting order multiple times here in the games we've seen. It might be trouble. Span can't make the play. Base hit. Slam deep for Fletcher. Long run. Fletcher 2 for 2. Runners at first and second. 1 down.
Well, it was the big swing in Homer's last time up. You mentioned Span was playing deep. Right off the end of his glove, not able to make the play. Much going right for the Mariners here early in the ball game.
Brings up Andrelton Simmons. Soft liner left center field. Strike 1. In this series, and even going back to last week, we've seen him be super active on the first or second pitch. He's also a guy that's very difficult to strike out.
He's just so aggressive early.
1-1. Simmons in 82 games has struck out just 15 times. Strikes out once every 22.5 plate appearances. Best rate in the majors.
Right there swinging on the first pitch 30% of the time, 31% of the time.
Inside corner gets a strike. 1-2. One out, Mike Trout's on deck. 1-2 count here to Simmons. Runners at first and second, a run in on the sac fly by Cole Calhoun. Wow, that pitch was Heading
well
way
off
out.
yeah, well off the plate away from him. It was the slider that time after the fastball inside.
Did a good job to cue it off the end of his bat. Mariners have their run. Got it in the first inning, an RBI single by Kyle Seager. Angels offensively off to a good start here. Bradford hoping for a double play ball. He's got a 1-2 pitch here to Simmons. Fly ball that Heredia settles under. Runners hold. There's 2 away. That'll bring up Mike Trout. Trout with a single to left, scored on the Pujols home run. And the Mariners and T-Mobile are going to bring you the next fireworks night of the summer. It's coming up on Friday, July 20th. It's a week from tomorrow night. Enjoy a spectacular post-game fireworks show. It's going to feature a soundtrack of your favorite songs from the legendary Seattle band Pearl Jam. So get ready to rock by heading to Mariners.com for tickets. Trout worked the count to 3-2 before he singled to left. It was against Paxton, first inning.
Let's see if he tries to elevate the fastball to Mike Trout. That last pitch was in the middle of the plate, probably just above the knees to get the first strike, but typically they want to pitch him at the top of the zone. They also tried to pitch him inside.
0-1 pitch. Backhanded by Seager, goes short way, and that'll do it for the Angels. They pick up another run, extend the lead 4-1. As they just added another run in the second inning, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express consent of the Seattle Mariners. So to get some offensive reaction here, D. Gordon going to lead it off, top of the order, followed by Segura and Haniger against Tyler Skaggs. D with a base hit. First time up. Number one up the first base line. He won the foot race, won it easily.
Well, D. Gordon, we talk about his speed all the time, and it's going to be a line drive into right field. Cole Calhoun, one of the better throwing arms you're going to see as we watch D fly around the bases. You see his speed well above the major league average, scoring on the play. Skaggs had to throw 27 pitches in the first, but quick second inning for him. Double play helped him out.
2-1 pitch. Kinsler with a dive and throws him out. Well done.
Good defensive team, veteran team, no panic at all. Good play by Marte at first also. Keep his foot on the base and make the pick.
One out brings up Gene Segura. A blooper. Splitting the difference between Simmons, the shortstop, and left fielder Upton. Simmons caught it, dropped it on a transfer. Scott Service asked the crew chief, Sam Holbrook, for a review, and the play was upheld.
Good count for him.
2-1. Oakland beat Houston already. The Mariners picked up a half a game. They're 2.5 back of Houston. The Colorado Rockies, the next opponent, 5-1 winners at home against Arizona. Swing and a miss. So when we get to Denver, there'll be some hot weather and a hot ball club. Rockies have won 8 of 11. Two and two to Gene. Fouled off that fastball. Gene getting plenty of attention. Making getting enough votes for the last spot on the American League roster. Jesus Aguilar, Milwaukee, congratulations to him in the National League. Look at this.
Yep, right out the end of the bat.
And a little chalk on that stick.
I'll have to take that ball out of play. Off the end of the bat, cupped bat. So probably ended up cutting the leather. It's a good play by Skaggs.
Skaggs, 4th season with the Angels. First round pick back in 09. Traded to Arizona in August of 2000. Back with the Angels 2013. Had Tommy John surgery in July of 14. There's Mitch Haniger. Mitch struck out on an 0-2 pitch first time up.
Skaggs was able to elevate a fastball right at the top of the strike zone.
We get to Denver, 89 degrees tomorrow, 96 on Saturday, and 92 on Sunday with a chance of thunderstorms. Two and 0 to Mitch.
During those temperatures, I'm going to guess that the baseball will be flying.
Oh my goodness. Tell the scoreboard operator to be loose.
Humidor or not.
I'm thinking there's going to be at least 1 or 2 games where 10 runs may not be enough.
Probably right about that.
3-1 to Mitch. 2 out, nobody on.
It's a high fastball again.
Edwards trying to keep it alive for Nelson Cruz, who's on deck. 3-2 pitch. Back up this way. Love when we have friends coming to the booth in Seattle. Hey, it's such a great look. You get foul balls up here like that's like Christmas time. Yeah, no chance, pal.
Go pick it up after it stops bouncing around.
Thank you. Referencing the Bob Uecker, how do you stop? How do you catch a knuckleball? And it's a backstop and stops. Good inning for Skaggs. 1-2-3. It's his third K. Got a 4-1 lead. Trying to get things untracked here. They lose James Paxton. That's a big blow. Hopefully the stiff lower back problem will be something that gets alleviated very quickly.
Well, it's something that they had to deal with Felix, too. So hopefully Felix is on the mend, is going to be back. But I think in the first inning with James, you could tell that he was uncomfortable. Scott Service going out to the mound, getting him out of the game. Hopefully they were able to get to him quickly, and they're calming that situation down right now. They will have the 4 days for the All-Star break. This was going to be his last start going into the break. So hopefully things will work themselves out for Paxton and Felix, and they'll be ready to go in the second half.
Justin Upton. First pitch swinging, base hit. Jason Bradford came on to get the final out of the first inning, then gave up a run on 2 hits in the second inning. Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. Making back first pitch, man aboard, already a run on the board. Albert Pujols. They got all of it. Albert, home run number 629er. One behind Ken Griffey Jr. in 6th place. All time. And with that home run, tied Rod Carew, 3,053 hits for 27th all time in the hit parade. Albert joining so much elite company. Talk about all-timers. Another beach ball out in right field. Hence the stoppage. Albert with that run scored, 1,758. 20th all time. 2 behind Paul Malu, Hall of Famer. Skipper and runner breaks. Freitas, the throw not in time and offline, and they had to double grip it. Couldn't get enough on the throw. Stolen base for Upton, his 5th. He's 5 for 5.
And for David. Ends up in the grass. Pretty good play by D. Gordon trying to keep it on the infield. Marte last inning that tried to run. Ball ended up being put in play. Looks like they want to be aggressive on the bases this evening.
2-1 to Pujols.
In the early going, leadoff hitters have been a problem. Fletcher with a home run in the first to lead things off. It was Marte hit by a pitch he ended up scoring, and now Upton with a base hit to lead this inning off and gets himself into scoring position with the stolen base.
Now a 3-1 count to Pujols. 2-run homer. He's a 1,969 RBIs. That's 6 all time since 1903. 3-1 pitch. It's going to get foul.
Came back with the slider.
Jason Bradford mentioned career longest outing, 3 innings against Kansas City back on April 9th. His pitch count, he's had 50. It was against Colorado last June. Outside, and Pujols is aboard. First walk issued by Bradford. Bring up in Kinsler, popped out to D. Gordon. Mariners pitchers had faced 49 batters without issuing a walk until that free pass right there. Elias had walked Calhoun on Tuesday, but run 49 batters without issuing a free pass. Here's Kinsler. Way out in front, strike 1. Kinsler at 211 coming into this AB.
The Angels don't sacrifice much. They are 12th in the American League. They certainly aren't going to do it with a lead here early in the ball game. They're looking to try to add on to it. There's a big swing from Kinsler.
1-1. Mariners got a run in the first, the Seager RBI, but since then it's all Angels. Home run Fletcher, 2-run homer Pujols, sac fly Calhoun, threat for more here in the third. Popped it up. Seager's under. So 1 down, and that will bring up Jeffrey Marte. Now he's being pulled back. It's Valbuena. Mike Socia wants to get the lefty bat Valbuena against the righty Bradford.
So a short night for Marte. Was hit by a pitch and scored a run, and that's it for him.
Marte's been on the shuttle between here and Salt Lake City, their AAA affiliate. Valbuena pinch hit last night 0 for 1. Started in Tuesday's game, went 1 for 3 with a double. Bradford could really use a twin killing right here. Swing, miss. Guerrero shading up the middle against Valbuena. Loves to pull the ball. And of course, he goes the other way, but Span waiting for it.
He's been doing that against the Mariners, trying to hit the ball the other way. It's worked out for him a few times.
Yeah, it did. He had a couple of RBIs back in Seattle, flipping it to the left side. Coming up, what's next? We'll be in Colorado. We'll be at Denver. Christian Bergman has had some experience pitching in Denver. Goes against Antonio Senzatella. As you can see, a lot of repeat here. So we had the Angels and the Rockies in Seattle last week, and turn them around and be at their places this week. So a lot of familiar names and faces, freshly familiar. 2 outs, 2 on. Catcher Maldonado. I mentioned Christian Bergman's familiarity with Denver. He was with the Rockies the 14, 15, and 16 seasons. Now in his second year in the Mariner organization. Maldonado, base hit to left. One. The base hit that Maldonado had in the second was a hit and run with Marte at first, having been hit by a pitch. Set up a first and third situation, and Calhoun delivered a sac fly for the 4th run. Check with Jim Wolf, didn't go. 2-1 the count.
Changed his arm angle on that last pitch, breaking ball off the plate away. .38 pitches, nobody getting loose.
Bradford's last appearance 5 days ago in the loss to Colorado, went 1 inning. Here's the ball ripped, but right at Span, and that will do it for the Angels. They leave 2 as we go to the 4th inning. A 4-1 Angel lead. Cascades, what a beautiful way to travel. Visit AmtrakCascades.com. Buy steel. To find your local steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com. And by Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Lake Mojave, and get a little rain out there. It almost looks like an atomic cloud out there. Big rainstorms. A normal occurrence. See if the Mariner offense can get clicking. It's been quiet the last 2 innings. One hit, double play took him out of an opportunity in the second. Skaggs went 1, 2, 3 in the third. There's Nelson Cruz, Seager, and Healy to follow, middle of the order.
Mentioned it with Skaggs, had been pitching well. A 2.84 ERA on the year. Started today. The Mariners made him work in the first, scoring the 1 run, but really settled down. Better command of the strike zone. That didn't have to be a strike. TQC Tracer had it off the plate.
Fine month of June for the left-hander. 3-1 and 0.84 ERA. Made 5 starts in the month of June. Just joining us, James Paxton, low back stiffness, had to leave the game after 6 batters in the first inning. 1-2 to Nelly. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4. Consecutive strikeouts for Skaggs. There's one away here in the fourth.
He's starting to work the top of the strike zone with his fastball. His fastball has been 90 to 93 miles an hour with the curveball right around 75.
There's Kyle Seager, drove in the Mariners' only run. Inning started with an infield hit, D. Gordon. He took second, got the second on an error by the pitcher Skaggs. And D scored from second on a base hit, right field by Mr. Seager. Strike 1. Mariners come in 58-35. Angels at 47-46. 14 games back. Houston losing to Oakland earlier. Mariners at 2.5 off the pace. Mile high pop. Kinsler. What a catch. 2 now. Make sure you join the Mariners at Safeco Field for a West Coast showdown when they host the San Francisco Giants for a 2-game interleague series that starts July 24th. Tickets for one of the hottest series of the summer available at mariners.com. Giants currently 3rd place National League West, 3 back of Arizona and 2.5 behind the Dodgers.
Nick Vincent getting loose in the pen. Jason Bradford over 40 pitches.
Breaking ball to Healy, misses. Ryan looked at a 1-2 pitch ending the first inning.
It was on the breaking ball.
Sure
no
was.
argument.
That'll get through the whole base hit. 2-out knock in the fourth hit for the Mariners.
That will bring up Denard Span. Span with a base hit his first time up as we take a look at the swing on the fastball. After he missed with the curveball, challenge him with the fastball, and he finds a hole on the left side.
Healy, a lot of success against the Angels with that base hit. 15 for 45, a 333 clip. Span base hit the center, then erased in a double play in the second. Shows bunt, takes ball 1. Fine addition to the Mariner Ball Club starting tonight, and even 334 games with the Mariners. 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in. Room service right to Kinsler. Throws out Span, inning over. Home fourth coming up. Angels lead it 4-1. Time now for our Lowe's whole team together. Let's take a look at what the Mariner bullpen has done in terms of holds. They've done a great job. Nicasio positives. Colome and Vincent. Mariners lead the major leagues with 71 holds. Get a new pitcher. We are third for tonight. It's Nick Vincent.
30 appearances on the year. A 4.1 ERA, 24 strikeouts over 8 walks. Opponents hitting .257 against Nick. Average fastball at 90 miles an hour. Best pitch is his cut fastball. You'll see that around 87. And he also has a slider.
Nick, a California boy, back in his home state out of Poway, California. Cal State, the Long Beach State guy. And Palomar College in San Marcos. He's got 9, 1, and 2. Calhoun, Fletcher, and Simmons.
Cole Calhoun with a sacrifice fly as you look at the defense. So we're going to run back in the second inning.
Had to get Nick back in there. He hadn't pitched since July 4th.
And right to the cut fastball at 87 on the outside corner.
RBI on the sac fly for Calhoun. It's 23rd of the season. One and one. Nick missed some time with a right groin injury.
Good fastball right at the top of the strike zone for Calhoun. As you look at the Mariners defense, why are they in that defense? Well, there you go. He pulls the ball as you take a look at the spray chart for him. Almost exclusively to the right of second base.
Two and two. Stanton is the new one. Looks like he's on a carnival trying to ring the bell in the strongman contest. Take that anvil as he looks and strike, and he's done. Nice job by Nick Vincent to get his first hit.
And good command. 5 pitches in the at-bat. This last one right on the outside corner. Another cutter started off the plate. Bring it to the outside corner. It is a strike.
Top of the order, David Fletcher. 1-0 pitch, home first against James Paxton. Got his first major league home run. Second time up, base hit to left. Breaking ball, foul back. Angels continue to draw well. They're 3 in the American League. Healy's going to take a look. He's going to get into the stands. Four runs on 6 hits. And an error for the Angels, and 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Oof. That one's going to hurt.
3 cutters in a row, and then he comes back with a 2-seamer at 91 in off the plate and right off the ankle.
If he gets back in there again, Nick Vincent.
Yep.
Mentioned his last outing, Nick, it's against the Angels 8 days ago back in Seattle. Made 4 appearances in the month of June. And he did go. Back-to-back strikeouts. Nick Vincent, 2 outs here in the 4th. Hey, the Orchid card, it's all you need to ride the Sounder train. Link light rail, buses, ferries, and streetcars. Learn more at getorcasmart.com. 2 outs. Here's Andrelton Simmons. Down the line, hooking foul.
We showed it earlier. He swings at the first pitch 31% of the time. That was on a breaking ball at 81. Having a good year. Start of today hitting .311 overall.
Up and in. Popped it up. D. Gurdon calls off Healy. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. Nice work by Nick Vincent. 4-1 Angels. Here's a bunt attempt by Heredia. Fouls out right to Valbuena. 1 down. Thank you, Andrew. Nice hearing from folks in Madrid watching Mariner baseball. Great moment last night. Time for a Coors Light refreshing finish. And I told David Freitas today, I said, hey man, right before you hit this home run, I said, still looking for his first major league home run. He says, you should say that more often. I said, I wish I had more power to get to more home runs and more playing time. Good moment for him. He drove that thing a long way.
Yeah, and it was great that he had his family here at the ballpark to see it.
Hits this one hard, but too quick. It's great that David got the home run ball back. And on his Twitter page, we showed it earlier. That was really cool. Angels, a young man, to make that happen. First major league home run, 58 in the minor leagues. Big swing and a miss. Tag applied by Maldonado. 2 down. Strikeout number 5 for Skaggs. 2 down. Top of the order, D. Gordon.
He started the game off with another base hit. He has scored the only run.
Infield hit, ground out to second. See if he can get something going here with 2 outs. Skaggs, he's got a nice little rhythm going here. He's given up after a run on 2 hits in the first inning. No runs on 2 hits since then. And it kicks off of Skaggs. Another infield hit for D. Skaggs trying to get out of the way, but he did kick it.
He has had the ball hit back at him a couple of times tonight. I think that was off of his calf, maybe the heel of his shoe. And it will be another hit for D. Juan Nicasio getting loose in the pen. He'll be next up. He missed it. James Paxton had to leave the game in the first inning. Lower back strain.
Here's Segura. Gene 0 for 2. Angels 3 in the first, 1 in the second. Mariners got their run first inning. Gene coming up empty there, 1-2.
Let's see if Gene can get a base hit, and then you get into the power of the club. Mitch Haniger waiting on deck with his 18 home runs. Nelson Cruz after that with 22.
On 1 pitch to Segura. Heck of a lead for D. Gordon, who has to get back with the dive. 2-1.
Maldonado really throws the ball well, and when you have the lefty on the mound, I'm not sure Mariners down 3 runs if he'll try it. I'm certainly paying attention to him.
Bouncing ball cut off by Fletcher. Gives the Kinsler for the force. Mariners are done in the 5th. 4-1 Angels. for your future. Start with simple steps today at countryfinancial.com. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Like Mojave. A lot of good boating going on out there. 4-1 Angels, rubber match of this 3-game series. Mariners first here to Southern California. Be back in a couple of weeks. And then one more time in September. Juan Nicasio, third man out of the pen.
Looks like just about everybody is going to get an inning's worth of work. 36 appearances on the year. ERA just over 6 for Juan. 42 strikeouts in 34 innings, just 3 walks on the year. His fastball in the low to mid-90s. Have a slider to go with it.
So Nicasio is going to get Trout, Upton, and Pujols here in the bottom of the 5th. Trout, Upton, Pujols. Trout 1 for 2 with a run scored. Got a couple MVPs already in line to get a third. Mike Trout starting the day 5th in batting average, tied for 3rd in home runs, 3rd in slugging, 1st in on base, 1st in walks, among his many accomplishments. First pitch from Nicasio in there, strike. Trout 0 for 1 against him. Looking for James Paxton. He did get a start. It was his 20th, but he only lasted 5 batters, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs all earned, no walks, 1 strikeout. Lower back stiffness got him out of there quickly. 1-1 to Trout. 2-1.
No surprise to see David Freitas with the high target. Unable to get the fastball to the top of the strike zone, just off the plate away. There's a strike.
2-2 to Trout. Nicasio 31 out of San Francisco de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. 76 games he appeared in last year, leading the National League. Hold there by Freitas, thought he might have had something. 3-2.
EQC tracer had it just off the outside corner. If we look at the defense, D. Gordon playing right at the middle, and the reason why, spray chart for Trout, 24% at the middle. Kyle Seager typically is busy with Mike hitting, 40%. Heading Kyle's way.
Time call. Three-2 to Mike Trout. Goes aboard with a walk. Bring up Justin Upton. Strikeout looking, base hit to center, and a stolen base.
Angels have had the leadoff hitter reach first base in 4 of the 5 innings so far.
Trout a threat to run. There he goes. Freitas throw down, not in time. 15th stolen base for Trout. He's been caught once.
And not wasting any time running on the first pitch. Good jump, tremendous speed. Davey gets rid of it quickly. Accurate throw, but he beats it. Second stolen base in the game for the Angels.
Upton got the first. And they executed a hit and run back in the second. 0-1 pitch here to Upton. 1-1. Casio deals 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Ball and 2 strikes. Albert Pujols on deck. Casio wants to be real careful with Upton. 8 for 14 with a homer. Way upstairs. 2-2. Got in the chase. Big pitch by Nicasio, an important out. A guy that's been wearing him out over the years. 1 out.
And gets him to chase the slider down off the plate. The Angels 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, scoring on a couple of home runs and a sacrifice fly.
Here's Pujols, 2-run homer and a walk. Albert 1 for 4 against Nicasio. Segura about 10 paces out short left field. Here's the ball, right center field, and Haniger couldn't win that battle against the lights. It falls in there. Runners at the corners.
And you can see battling the entire time. He knows he's in the general area, but having a tough time as he turns away from it.
Saw that a couple of years ago.
It's a bad feeling when you're out there and you can't see the ball.
Got it. Where'd it go?
Where did it go?
First and third, 1 out for Ian Kinsler, 0 for 2. Pop out the second and pop out the third.
Let's see if we can get a double play ball, get out of the inning.
And there's a base hit. Gonna bring home Trout. 5-1 Angels. RBI Kinsler's 24th.
Trout scores his second run of the game.
Pujols to second.
Jams him with a fastball, but fights it off right back up the middle. Finds a hole. Drive in a run.
Valbuena 1 for 4 against Nicasio. It was a home run. Foul back. Albert Pujols with a 2 hits tonight, 2 for 2 with a walk, and that most recent hit gives him 3,054. 26th place alone. And next up is Ricky Henderson at 3,055. He just passed Rod Carew at 3,053. Hall of Fame coming. 1-1 to Valbuena, who came on the pinch hit in the third for Jeffrey Marte. Marte, a right-hand hitter, had Bradford in the game, so Mike Scioscia went with the lefty Valbuena, flat out to left. He did commit, and he knew it. 1-2. One out. Runners at first and second. A 1-2 from Nicasio. Up high. 2-2. Five-1 Angels lead. Series finale here in Anaheim. Two-two. Swing and a miss. And he is gone. That's 2 strikeouts for Nicasio. With 2 outs, 2 on. Baseball's 2 biggest events of the summer. They're back-to-back. The action begins at the T-Mobile Home Run Derby, July 16th, 5 p.m. And then catch Mitch Haniger, Nelson Cruz, Edwin Diaz, and Gene Segura in the 89th MLB All-Star Game, presented by MasterCard, July 17th. Coverage begins at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Here's Maldonado, the catcher. Base hit to left and a line out to left. Ball 1. Maldonado, the 6th man that Nicasio is facing here in the 5th inning. One.
And the spray chart. Again, you see the defense set up. The defender, all 3 of the spots on the left side. Gordon playing up the middle. Segura, you can see where he's at shortstop, and of course Kyle at third.
On 1 pitch, Seager gobbles it up. We go to second. Force out, inning over. To the 6th we go after the Angels build a 5-1 lead. in showing your appreciation for all military and vets by sharing a photo or video using hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. For each tweet or post, T-Mobile's going to donate $1 to support veterans. Tyler Skaggs had a great month of June. He's carried it into this start here in July.
Now the Mariners really made him work in the first inning, having to throw a lot of pitches. Picked up just the one run, but he has settled down. It's 3 hits since then for the Mariners.
Edgar, Cruz, and Seager coming up here in the 6th inning. 3, 4, and 5. Mitch has struck out twice. Nelly is 0 for 1 with a walk. And Seager an RBI single, 1 for 2. Bounce foul. Skaggs works 0-1 up high. 1-1.
He's used that high fastball quite a bit tonight.
Ball 2 strikes to Mitch. Two and 2. Right to Fletcher. Throws him out. 1 away. Find any difference in the fact that, given how things have changed here, the All-Star game now dead in the middle of the month. Usually it's the second, for a long time, the second Tuesday in July. It's a third Tuesday now. And as you mentioned, 65 games on the backside.
Yeah, and consider we started early this year in March is when you started the season, and that's the biggest difference for me. You're well past the halfway point going into the All-Star break.
This is game 94.
Yeah, typically you're going to have 70, 75 games left after the break. This year it'll be 65 games for the Mariners, so that's a big difference for them.
Squibber that Kinsler handles, but in terms of fatigue, that extra week,
they're ready for a break. I think everybody is.
And mentally,
yeah. It's like Nick Rumbelow is getting loose in the pen. The other part about it too is we've been talking about these guys with these minor nagging leg injuries that they're dealing with too, so the time off will certainly help them with that. But I think the mental break is the biggest part of it. And the other part too is you have to remember, as good as the travel schedule is going to be in the second half, that's how tough it's been in the first half for them, and they're probably feeling some of that too.
Don't have to cross the Mississippi anymore.
Yeah, in the second half.
Nick Rumbelow heating up. Red Sox 66 wins here in the first half, the most in the first half. This had to play off the bat of Seager. It's funny because you see all these things on social media the last 3 days talking about great moments in All-Star games, and the dates are like July 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here it is. This next week it's going to be the 17th. That is playable. Quick inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. Home 6 coming up. All Angels 5-1. voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find your fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Yeti cooler just for participating. Per official rules, visit rootsports.com. Veritable parade out of the bullpen here tonight. Now Nick Rumbelow, fourth man out. If you're just joining us, James Paxton started his 20th game, but only got through 6 hitters before lower back stiffness got to him and quickly got him out of the ball game.
Nick, 7 appearances on the year, 4.82 ERA, and 9 in the 30 has 8 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .289 against him. Average fastball 93 miles an hour. Complements it with a curveball and a changeup.
He's got Cole Calhoun, David Fletcher, Andrelton Simmons, 9-1-2. Calhoun sac fly, second inning, struck out looking in the 4th.
Noe Ramirez getting loose in the pen for the Angels.
Mile high pop. One out. Top of the order, David Fletcher, 2 hits and a strikeout. 1-0 pitch in the first, homered his first big league homer. Second inning, base hit to left. 4th inning, a strikeout and a 2-2 pitch. Check 1 from Nick Rumbelow. There's Noe Ramirez. There's Jim Wolf umpired first. Two nights ago, Rumbelow, 2 innings pitched here in Anaheim, 2 hits and gave up a run. Walked 1. Gave up a home run. Home run to Cole Calhoun in the 5th. Seager on the case, 2 down. Going to be hot in Denver the next 3 days. Final 3 games of the first half. Their next stop. It's what's next. They're calling up Christian Bergman. Spent about 3-4 years with the Rockies organization. He goes against Antonio Senzatella. Saw him just a couple of days ago. Senzatella losing pitcher on Sunday. Wade LeBlanc beat him. Here's a base hit center field by Andrelton Simmons. His first hit tonight, 1 for 4.
At the start of today, swinging at the first pitch 31% of the time, and that percentage is going up. And a number of times tonight, it's a base hit on the first pitch fastball. Inside out swing on a 2-seamer.
With his willingness, desire to make things happen, I guess if he ever became a golfer, that round's going to be a 2.5-hour round.
You're probably right about that. Segura and Gordon made part of the foursome. They're all ready to hit.
Here's Trout. Micah scored 2 runs, 1 for 2. He walked, stole a base. Fabulous first half performances. Did you make him your MVP first half?
That's a great question. I would say so. It's just, he's just, you know, he's one of those guys that is always going to be in the conversation, always in the top 3.
As long as he's healthy, darn right. Make a case for him. J.D. Martinez, who started the day leading in home runs, runs batted in, multi-hit games.
Lindor or Ramirez from Cleveland.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts. That's
man, it's a lot of good players.
Yeah.
Man. Ramirez added Jose Ramirez added 2 more runs tonight in the loss against the Yankees. He's got 67 runs batted in. Hit a home run. He's tied with Martinez, 28. And then Trout's everywhere else.
right. I mean, it's
2-1. Crowded him, 2-2. Full count to Mike Trout. Justin Upton on deck. Most home runs against righties. Trout right in the thick of things there. 2 out. Simmons at first will take off. 3-2 pitch.
challenged him with a fastball at 93 in the middle of the plate.
Trout with a stolen base in the 5th joined Joe Morgan as the only players ever to amass 100 hits, 80 walks, and 15 steals before the All-Star break. Runner goes, pitch, look out. Hit him.
Get him with a curveball. A couple of quick outs, and now he's in some trouble. Upton walks to the plate. Ramirez Supermo on the 82-mile-an-hour curveball. I think David Freitas had the worst of that.
I agree. 2 out, 2 on for Upton. Strikeout looking, single base hit, a single and a stolen base, I should say. Strikeout, and this is a bomb here. That is a bomb. Home run, 3-run jack. Blowing this baby wide open. Home run for Upton is 18th. There's his RBI total to 51.
And Mike Trout has scored 3 runs tonight. Pitch out over the plate, barrels it up. Got a pretty good idea that maybe he had enough of it. Clears the yellow line out in right center field.
Third home run tonight by the Angels. Here's Albert. Swing and a miss. He got the second home run. Fletcher in the 1st. Albert in the 1st. And now Upton here in the 6th. And he got that one too. Brother. Tied with Junior. 630 home runs. Now tied with our own Ken Griffey Jr. for 6th place all time.
His 2nd home run of the night, 16 home runs on the year.
Oh, my goodness.
Now Stottlemyre Jr. making a trip out to the mound. Nobody getting loose in the bullpen. And this is going to be on a curveball at the top of the strike zone as he barreled it up. Gets it back into the Angels bullpen, clears the Mariner pen.
Another milestone for Albert with that hit. His 3rd hit tonight gives him 3,055. He now ties Ricky Henderson for 25th all time. Next up is Craig Biggio with 3,060, and each row 323 at 3,089. And we saw Albert earlier in the year get career hit number 3,000 first visit to Safeco Field. So he is racking up some milestones against the Mariners. Back-to-back home runs, 9-1 lead. Sure, Junior will be leaving a voicemail.
Oh, yeah.
And Ricky will be leaving one too.
Yep.
Hey, Albert, it's Ricky. You played with Ricky. The last time I saw Ricky when we were in Oakland.
Still play, right?
Oh my God, are you kidding?
He looks like he can still play.
I remember that was a base hit left center field. That was about the second question. I said, dude, how much away from your playing weight? He says about 3 pounds. He looked great. He's what, 55, 56 years old.
Yeah.
Kinsler with his second hit. All this damage coming with 2 outs. Calhoun a fly to center, ground out Fletcher, and then a base hit to center. Trout got hit, 3-run homer, solo homer, and a single. There's Valbuena for the 3rd time. And easy play for Span. Big 4 spot up on the board. 7th inning coming up. Angels in a rout, 9-1. Mariners top of the 7th here in Anaheim, and the MLB.TV All-Star Sale is here for $39.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes an MLB at-bat premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this sale.
Well, Tyler Skaggs really threw the ball well tonight. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Mariners scoring in the 1st inning. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He threw 80 pitches.
New pitcher is Noe Ramirez.
For Ramirez, 43 appearances, 4.41 ERA, 63 strikeouts, over 20 walks. Only hitting .236. He's given up 9 home runs this year. Fastball at 90 miles an hour. Slider changeup.
Healy, Span, and Heredia here in the 7th inning.
Ryan with a base hit his last time up. 1 for 2 tonight.
2-0 here to Healy. Struck out looking, base hit to left. Takes a strike, 2-1. Mariners head off to Denver. Christian Bergman will get the start tomorrow night. 6-6 at Tacoma, 4.78 ERA. Two and two to Ryan. Bergman tomorrow night will be a second start of the season. 2-2 pitch. One down. Hey fans, our annual Ultimate Fan Contest has officially returned. Root Sports will be looking for the Ultimate Fan in the state of Idaho throughout the month of July. Send us a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you can win a VIP trip for two to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. One out brings up Denard Span, 1 for 2 tonight.
Elias getting loose. Left-hander will be next up for the Mariners. Be the sixth pitcher in the ball game for Seattle.
Span fouls one off. There's Elias. Tyler Skaggs has started for the Angels. Last 6 starts now, an 0.95 ERA, 4 earnings and 38 innings. Two and one here to Span. Way outside. Guillermo Heredia is on deck for the Mariners. Early run coming in the first inning. Kyle Seager, an RBI single to right. Three and two to Span. Three-two pitch. Mariners get a run on 2 hits. First inning, left 2 on. Since then, just 3 hits. And Skaggs, 1 walk. That was in the first. So no free passes after that first inning. And Span draws a walk right here in the 7th. Take a look at one of our viewer questions. Born, I like that, born ready. Hey, Mike, do you remember your first big league homer? Who was the pitcher and the opponent?
It was Charlie Huff, knuckleball in the old ballpark in Arlington, which before too long is going to be the old ballpark in
Ain't
Arlington.
that the truth, right?
Yeah, they're getting another ballpark, but yeah, hit it right down the left field line. Not sure how at the time. It was a pretty good knuckleball, but yep, that was my first one.
Hashtag Ask Root if you have any other questions. Between playing and broadcasting, we've seen all kinds of knuckleballs. Charlie,
Yep.
Wakefield, who you owned.
Sparks.
R.A. Dickey.
Yep.
Sparky,
Yep,
who's
Sparky.
with Houston Broadcasting now. Look at
Whoa. Hit him with a breaking ball. Yeah, just a breaking ball, got away from him.
So let's see. Steve Sparks, Tim Wakefield. You mentioned Charlie Huff. How about Joe Negro? Did you catch him? Was he already done?
Yeah,
How about R.A. Dickey? You've seen him pitch.
I saw him pitch.
And we've seen.
I don't think I faced him.
Stephen Wright, who's with Boston now.
No.
But Wright and R.A. had threw it the hardest, right?
Yeah. Well, Sparky would too. He'd mix it up.
David Freitas, fly to left and a strikeout. So Sparky and R.A., their knuckleballs, what did they read on the gun?
For Sparky, well, I think for Sparky, he was probably, I would say mid 80s probably with his.
And R.A. was in that same neighborhood,
Yeah,
wasn't
but Sparky also, I mean, he would mix it up and pitch a little bit more. He would use a breaking ball and his fastball also.
How about the Candyman, Tom Candiotti? Face him. Broadcasting for Arizona. Boy, hit batters. 4 Mariners have been hit. 3 Angels have been hit. You face Candiotti?
Candy's another one. Yeah, we were teammates actually. Yep.
Played by Simmons. 2 outs. Two outs, runners at first and second. Top of the order, D. Gordon. He with a couple infield hits, 2 for 3. Ben Gamble's on deck. No pitch. Been all Angels here this evening. 9 runs on 12 hits. The Mariners run on 5. The leg of Ramirez throws out D. Gordon. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 7th. They strand 2. Angels lead at 9-1. Washington's lottery played today. Last look at Lake Mojave. Well, those clouds are something, aren't they? Just let that boat, let it run, open it up. New pitcher is Rowanus Elias. This man out of the pen.
Good fastball at the mid-90s. Curveball changeup, 8 appearances on the year, 2-0 record, a 2.6 ERA for him, 10 strikeouts, over 7 walks, and 17 in a third. Cole is hitting just .217 against him. He's really thrown the ball well for the Mariners. Picked up a little extra velocity too. We've seen him 95, 96 miles an hour.
Working the stats tonight, Dennis D'Agostino came up with another item on the night you hit your first big league home run.
I don't remember it, but I actually hit my second home run in the same game. Craig McMurtry, a little bit later in the ball game.
A tall, dark-haired, glasses. He wore glasses and mustache too, and like 3/4.
You bet.
Yeah. He ended up, at that time he was with Texas, but he ended up with the Braves, didn't he?
Not sure. He may have been there first, but I'm not positive about that. It seemed like the Giants were sticking out of my mind too, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah.
I'll answer your question, Mr. McMurtry. Yes, he did. He started with Atlanta first 4 years, last 3 years with Texas, 1 with Houston. Changes for the Mariners. There's 9-1 lead. Gordon Beckham back with the ball club. Called up a couple of days ago, and Ben Gamel's he takes a shave the beard. He's having a tough go at the plate. I remember he did this last year.
Yeah.
Shaved the beard.
He said that today getting on the bus, just going to try something different. So a couple of the All-Stars getting a few innings off, and Haniger and Segura both out of the ball game.
Martin Maldonado got a 3-1 count. Foul ball back this way. Good crowd here, Angel Stadium, 44,027. Three-two pitch. Broken bat, Squibber, handled by D. Gordon. One away. You want to win tickets to D. Gordon bobblehead night? Well, text Gordon to 71532. You can win 2 tickets in the commissioner's box, plus your very own D. Gordon bobblehead. So get on it, Gordon. Text it to 71532. McMurtry, Craig McMurtry, Mike, 88, 89, 90 seasons with Texas. Finished up with Houston in 95 after being with Atlanta 83 through 86.
Yeah, I was a rookie in 90, so that's when I faced him.
There's Calhoun. Yep, glasses, mustache, right. Tall, 6'5", $195. One to Calhoun. Going to work. Split the difference between Seager and Span, another hit for Calhoun against the Mariners. Drove in on with a sac fly in the second.
Makes a pretty good pitch, jams him. Kyle, the only one on the left side of the infield, not able to get back in time.
Top of the order, David Fletcher. Fletcher, a home run to left, the base hit to left, since then a strikeout and a ground out to third.
Look out.
Unbelievable. Got out of the way quickly.
Good reaction.
He is Larry Boa deep. Larry, when he's with the Yankees, Larry Sheffield. Boy, he could snap hook one for you. Boy,
Pulled everything.
You tell Larry, yo, Larry, get in the first row, man. There's Beckham, flip to D. And they get Fletcher. They turn two. To the eighth inning we go. 9-1 Angels. Tonight, 9-1 in this rubber match, and this season, for every Mariners hit, Fred Hutch will receive a donation from Mariners Care. Hits for Hutch is our way of supporting the life-saving research taking place at Seattle's own Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. Changes here in a big score ball game. Taking over on the mound is right-hander Oliver Drake.
20 appearances on the year, high ERA for him, well over 7. 24 strikeouts, 10 walks, so command has been a problem for him. Opponents hitting .333, he's given up a couple of home runs. His fastball on average, 93 miles an hour.
Pitched a scoreless inning last night. Ben Gamble, newly shaved Ben Gamble, got rid of the beard, left the mustache. He leads off here in the eighth. There you go. Shave that beard. Get a base knock here.
Every now and then you have to switch it up.
He needed it too. Take a look at another viewer question here. How hard is it to keep a routine while on the road?
Actually, on the road, it's
easier.
Probably easier, yeah. you have schedules with buses, and you have certain times you have to be at the ballpark, and you don't have, most of the time you don't have the family around. Sometimes the guys will travel with the family, but for the most part they don't. So I think you get on a pretty steady schedule on the road. It's probably a little bit easier to not have all the other things going on that you would at home. Haniger started the game in right field.
Boy, is he going to have a thrill next Tuesday. Here's Gordon Beckham. Can remember as a kid, even now at this stage, one of the things I like so much about the All-Star game, pomp and circumstance before and then the intros, and especially when a hometown dude comes out, the place goes nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Beckham to Fletcher. And they go around the horn and get the double play. And even, you know, it's funny. The home team, you know, it has guys from the rival teams will be in, and they give them the begrudging cheer. Like, yeah, you've been kicking our butts, but yeah, good to see.
Yeah, that's true.
2 outs. Here's Nelly.
Well, thinking about it, and for the Mariners, they have Diaz and Haniger going for the first time. Segura going to his second All-Star game. For Nelson, it'll be his 6th, 3 with the Mariners. I was asked about Haniger and him going, and I'm just excited about it all. And then one of the things that I'll never forget is Kyle Seager, when Kyle went, and just how big his eyes were and how excited he was about the entire experience. And it's just a pretty neat thing, especially for those guys getting an opportunity to go for the first time.
And then the home run derby, everybody's, you know, hanging out. And
yep.
You catch up with guys you don't maybe didn't know, or catching up with buddies in the other league that you don't get a chance to see, and everybody gets a chance to hang out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Those guys will have their phones out taking pictures of everything.
Goodness. And you always like it, you know, in the pregame intros, and your guy, you know, now from the Seattle Mariners, you know, your guys get intros as Nelly delivers a base hit. 1 for 3.
That's the one thing too. They're going to travel and go there. Hopefully they'll all get in the ball game and get a chance to play.
What was it? Itro had a few years ago, had the inside the park at
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Felix has had some good moments. Here's Kyle, drove in the Mariners' only run, first inning with an RBI single to right. On a strike. Kyle Seager. Two and one. Christian Bergman going to be called up. He'll pitch tomorrow night in Denver. It's Antonio Senzatella. Two and two. Saturday, Wade LeBlanc will pitch, and Mike Leake close it out on Sunday. That ends the Mariners' 8th inning. Angels with a 9-1 lead. Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough, new from Jack in the Box. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor the BNSF Blast. Well, the parade for the bullpen ends right here. Good position player out there. Let Andrew Romine do something he did last year. Last game of the season with Detroit. Get him on the mound.
Didn't get a scouting report on what he's going to feature. That first fastball in 72.
He pitched 2 games last year, total of an inning, gave up a hit. In 2016, he pitched a game for Detroit. And in 2014, he pitched a game. So he's got a total coming into tonight, 2.2 innings, giving up a total of 5 hits, 2 home runs.
Like a breaking ball. So he has some experience. With that experience, that tells me that he will not overthrow and hurt himself out there.
Good call.
Yeah,
very good call.
Yeah. So far, it's topped out at 77. I'm sure he can throw much harder than that, but there's no reason to. There you go, 88.
Started feeling good to him, you know. You think that he's got Simmons, Trout, and Hermosillo. There are his career numbers.
I would think that the hardest part of all of it is it's not something that you practice. It's just throwing down the slope of the mound.
Without it, what?
Trying to throw strikes, you know,
and
down
a classic
the slope of that
example was when you threw out the first pitch that one time, and you
Yeah.
were good, you were good, you were good, and you got out there, and then I remember you come back saying that was the biggest thing that messed you up. You went up throwing across your body.
Yeah. Can't believe I let you talk me into that.
No.
I was good on the grass, and you were giving me a tough time.
I think Criven and I were wearing you out, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And Ron Washington.
It all turned out fine.
That was funny. Yeah, but getting up, you hear that all the time about the.
Yeah, you never do it.
Right. Anybody can warm up on the flat.
Yeah, just to try to throw strikes can be a challenge.
Strike one to Trout, scored 3 runs this evening. He's got a base hit in the first and walked in the 5th, stole a base, was hit by a pitch. Boy, got in on his hands. How about that? Ball at 2 strikes. He get on that one. Foul. Graves keeps it in front. Gamble will yield to Heredia for the catch. One away. Don't forget, stick around after the game for the Mariners post-game show presented by Alaska Airlines. Daniel Descalzo, position player. He pitched in last night's game where Arizona got drubbed 19-2 by Colorado. Descalzo 2 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs.
Michael Hermosillo going to pinch hit. For Upton.
And you, with your arm, you were never asked in a blowout situation to get in there and serve a few base hit to left field. You were never asked to do it?
No, I never was. And typically, if you're a position player and you're playing in the game, that's usually the guys that are sitting down that are going to get a chance. But no, I was never asked.
Figured maybe on the day off or something.
I have to tell you, I would have been in no hurry to go out there either. I don't want to stand 60 feet away from Mike Trout hitting a line drive right back at me.
You got a few extra feet at third, right?
You bet. And I'm already in a fielding position. I don't know what I'm doing on the mound.
That's right, you're falling off.
Yeah.
Ball's coming back. Yeah.
No idea.
New respect for pitchers, right? And future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols, what a night. 2 homers. He was tied Ken Griffey Jr. for 6th place all time at 630. Oh, what a grab by D. Nice short hop. Nice play. Takes a base hit away from Albert Pujols. It would have been his 4th hit of the night. Well, the big part, which you can see for miles around, they've updated that one. Runners at 2nd and 3rd now. There's Kinsler. Looks comfortable out there.
Yeah, he's not trying to overdo it at all. For the most part, go out and have some fun with it. Let your teammates just throw some strikes, let them hit the ball, and hopefully they hit it at somebody. It's a good pitch at the bottom of the zone.
2-1. Hey, good hands. Is that your old teammate?
No, it's Eric Hinsky.
Oh, it is
hitting
Eric
coach.
Hinsky.
Yeah. Pretty good hands right there. You know, the other thing, too, with running Romine out there, obviously you're looking at the score and you're late in the ball game, but you're also going into Colorado, and Need to save your bullpen. So I'm sure that's the reason why everybody that came into the game threw just the one inning. Bullpen should be in good shape, I would think, going to Denver.
As we talked about earlier, it's going to be hot in Denver. Big yard. Ball's going to be flying. We're going to be at altitude. Couple of big innings for the Angels. 3 in the first. They got 1 in the second, 1 in the fifth, and then a 4 spot in the sixth. Three and two, 2 outs. Pitch here to Kinsler. Through the hole. That'll pick up 2 more runs. Simmons, he scores. So does Hermosillo. Valbuena. Luis tonight. 0 for 3. Infield pulled around to the right side for Luis. And Kinsler will get to second. "11-1 ball game." Pitch puts Kinsler at second. 2-2. Seager throws him out. Last ups for the Mariners. Angels add 2 more. It's 11-1. top 9 here in Anaheim. We want you to join in on the conversation. For up-to-date game information and live interaction, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out. Stay connected with Roots Sports. You get your share of games like this for you and again you. Here's Ryan Healy to lead off. 1 for 2, a strikeout looking, base hit the left, a strikeout swinging. Oliver Drake continues. Simmons backing up. Bring up Denard Span. Span 1 for 2 with a walk. To Denard. Oh, 2 strikes.
Too for the Mariners, they're going to have to get part of their rest on the plane tonight.
Yeah.
Supposed to get into Denver sometime around 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Mountain Time. Plus, we're going to lose that hour. Hermosillo. Get it back in. Base hit for Span, his second. So many games today were getaway day games. I know the Angels don't like to play getaway day games. Not doing the Mariners or any other visitors any favors, that's for sure. Hit hard and foul. Heredia bounced into a double play. Tried to bunt his way on and fouled out to the first baseman and was hit by a pitch. One out, one on. Mariners only run first inning. Kyle Seager, RBI single to right. Strike two Guillermo. Oakland beat Houston earlier 6-4. The Mariners will stay 3 games behind the Astros. Solid smash. Span will get to third and now getting a wave on from Scott Brocious. And the cutoff man is missed. So an RBI for Heredia. His 10th double, his 11th run batted in.
It's good to see him hit the ball hard, pick up a base hit.
And he pulled it.
Yep. 1 for 3 tonight.
Tough go knocking in runners in scoring position. 1 for 6 tonight, 3 for 20 on the series. Freitas with a fly to left, strikeout, and a soft liner to short. One. Mariners now 2 runs on 9 hits. Angels 11 runs on 15. One and 2 to David Freitas. Two and 2. Fletcher makes a nice play. Throws out the Mariner catcher. Two outs. And top of the order, D. Gordon. He's got 2 infield hits. 2 for 4.
His 5th plate appearance tonight. Scored a run all the way back in the 1st inning. Infield base hit. Ended up at second on an error. Kyle Seager ended up driving him in.
Strike 1 to D. One and 1. Two and 1 to D. Ground ball to Kinsler. This will do it. Game over. 11-2. Got off to a bad start. Paxton had to leave the game with low back stiffness, and it was all downhill from there. I'll talk to you from Denver tomorrow. From Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Angie and Bill.